Cancer astonishingly behaves like a parasite, and its vulnerability in some instances appears to be remarkably inexpensive. A pharmaceutical agent originally formulated to target parasitic worms has recently facilitated complete remission in 3 stage 4 cancer patients. Yet, no major cancer research institution is pursuing clinical trials on this compound. How can a drug effective against parasites also combat cancer? At a molecular level, cancer demonstrably functions as a parasite. It depletes your body's resources, invades new tissues, and employs the identical fundamental survival mechanisms that parasites and fungi have utilized for billions of years. Consider the current landscape. In 2025, over 2 million Americans will be diagnosed with cancer. Disturbingly, cancer incidence in young individuals has surged by 79% over the past 3 decades. Colorectal cancer, for example, escalated from the 4th leading cause of cancer death in young men in the 1990s to the current #1 position. Furthermore, it's crucial to understand the definition of survival success in cancer treatment. Often, it merely signifies surviving for 5 years, even if mortality occurs thereafter. To establish a foundational understanding, within your cells reside mitochondria, the body's primary energy factories. From each unit of glucose, they efficiently generate 36 units of energy, known as ATP. While the intricate details of their evolutionary integration into our cellular structure are complex, the established arrangement is that mitochondria produce energy, and our cells provide their habitat. However, when mitochondria are exposed to toxins or radiation and become damaged, they are forced to adopt an alternative energy production pathway. This ancient, less efficient system, located outside the mitochondria, is a backup mechanism. It is prevalent in bacteria, fungi, and various other life forms. This primitive system yields only 2 units of energy per glucose, starkly contrasting the 36 units produced by healthy mitochondria. This inefficient metabolic state is fundamentally what defines cancer. Nobel laureate Otto Warburg elucidated this phenomenon nearly a century ago. This understanding underpins the use of PET scans for cancer diagnosis. During a PET scan, radioactive sugar is injected and the body is scanned. Cancerous tissues, which avidly consume sugar through this inefficient pathway, light up brightly on the imaging, indicating areas of high sugar metabolism. This reliance on an antiquated backup system is called glycolysis. A significant drawback of this crude machinery is the production of substantial waste, particularly lactic acid. Cancer thrives in this acidic environment, whereas healthy human cells struggle to survive. For instance, if lung tissue is damaged by smoking, creating inflammation, cancer can readily establish itself in that compromised area. It must be noted that cancer possesses remarkable adaptability. It can also derive sustenance from the amino acid glutamine, branched-chain amino acids, and in advanced stages, even ketones. This might seem daunting, but the connection is vital. The backup system, glycolysis, is one of the oldest metabolic pathways on Earth. Researchers have identified 3 distinct survival mechanisms shared by parasites, fungi, worms, and cancer. The first is an internal scaffolding, an internal skeleton providing structural integrity. Both cancer cells and parasites exhibit rapid division. A tapeworm, for example, can produce 50,000 eggs daily. Cancer cells divide ceaselessly, having lost their regulatory brakes. Anthelmintic drugs such as fenbendazole specifically target and dismantle these tubular protein structures, effectively collapsing this internal scaffolding. Many other anti-parasitic agents, including ivermectin and natural compounds like wormwood, black walnut hull, and clove, achieve similar effects either directly or indirectly. The second survival mechanism involves deactivating the cellular self-destruction pathway. Normally, a damaged cell undergoes programmed cell death, apoptosis, for the greater good of the organism. However, parasites, fungi, and cancer cells display a unique marker that effectively signals, "Do not kill me." This clever deception manipulates the immune system into ignoring these aberrant cells. Anti-parasitic drugs and certain natural remedies work by removing this deceptive badge, thereby allowing the immune system to recognize and eliminate them. The third mechanism of survival, shared by parasites, fungi, and cancer, is their reliance on glycolysis. Crucially, these anti-parasitic remedies act to block glycolysis, either directly or indirectly. Thus, these anti-parasitic compounds effectively inhibit cancer's primary fuel source. Intriguingly, during my research into ivermectin and fenbendazole, I discovered that many traditional herbal remedies used for parasitic cleanses exert similar actions. The logical question arises, why is this information not more widely disseminated? Primarily, the patents for many of these drugs expired years ago, removing the financial incentive for pharmaceutical companies to invest hundreds of millions in research for a potentially inexpensive remedy. Consequently, much of the supporting research linked below originates from universities in South Korea, India, and smaller independent laboratories, devoid of industry funding or conflicts of interest. Numerous published case studies also document antifungal results in stage 4 cancer patients resistant to chemotherapy. A compelling study from 2025 demonstrated that fenbendazole targets both regular cancer cells and cancer stem cells, the resistant seeds that survive chemotherapy and lead to tumor recurrence. This study reported 100% survival in treated mice compared to 0 in untreated controls. These compounds even proved effective in chemo-resistant cancers. Therefore, a critical dietary intervention is the elimination of sugar, refined carbohydrates, refined grains, and refined starches, as these directly fuel cancer growth. For questions regarding the avoidance of glutamine, branched-chain amino acids, and ketones in cancer, that information is available in a separate video linked below. My intention is to provide information for further personal research, not to offer medical advice or endorse specific remedies. If confronted with cancer, a multifaceted approach is essential due to cancer's inherent intelligence. I've previously discussed dietary rotation strategies to prevent cancer adaptation to a single fuel source. Ultimately, the immune system represents the most potent defense against cancer. Specifically, killer T cells and natural killer cells are two immune components directly responsible for cancer elimination. 4 key strategies can bolster these critical cells. 1. Vitamin D optimization. Achieve robust vitamin D levels. Typical daily allowances like 600 IU are insufficient for significant immune support. 2. Fasting. Regular and prolonged fasting is arguably the most powerful intervention, as detailed in my other videos. 3. Sleep. Adequate, quality sleep significantly aids immune function. 4. Exercise. Regular physical activity enhances immune cell performance. In summary, anti-parasitic agents, encompassing both pharmaceuticals and certain natural remedies, possess the capacity to dismantle the survival mechanisms of not only parasites and worms, but also cancer. This efficacy stems from cancer's parasitic nature. For the next crucial step in understanding what to eat when you have cancer and implementing dietary rotation, please refer to the video presented here.